Salam sejahtera guys, welcome to Divelog. I am Adam.
Hey, hi, I am Dicky and we are from the Divelog podcast.
Dicky, before we begin our podcast, I would actually like to wish you Selamat Hari Raya. Maaf Zahir Batin.
Thank you, Adam.
What do they say?
Selamat Raya to you too.
So how do you say Maaf Zahir Batin in English? I apologize all the wrongdoings that I have done. Is it
Good question.
Is it what it means?
Adam. So I've never
Is it what
thought
it
of
means?
it. Well, basically the wrongdoings that you do directly or indirectly, that kind of stuff.
And to all of you guys who are also celebrating Hari Raya out there, Selamat Hari Raya
Selamat Hari Raya.
and
To
Maaf
all our
Zahir dan
listeners.
Batin.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, actually, I have been having a very productive year,
Yeah.
Dicky.
Yep.
Over the course of the past few months of 2024, I have actually already attended 3 dive exhibitions,
Mm-hmm.
and I have another 1 or 2 to go. And it's been an awesome month for me, getting to meet a lot of people. Why don't we talk about dive exhibition?
Yes, as you said, you have been very active, very busy, very productive attending dive exhibition. I did attend a couple as well. You went to ADEX, the recent one. I wasn't able to go because it was coincide with the Eid al-Fitri, the Hari Raya for the Muslims. You know,
Yes,
we
family is
celebrate our
important.
Hari Raya. I wasn't able to attend that one there. Yeah, so we'll be talking about exhibition today. Right? Who is it for? Why are we going to cover exhibition? As the industry grows, we have a lot of newly certified divers. We have got newly certified dive professionals. And also there will be dive establishments, businesses that will start business and so on. So we want to just help share some information about this exhibition. Hopefully it will be beneficial for all of you out there.
My first exhibition for this year was DRT,
Mm-hmm.
Dive Resort
Travel
Exhibition. It started in the month of February, actually, held in Malaysia itself. I believe, if I remember correctly, they were at the KLCC Convention Center.
KLCC convention, yes.
Right in the middle of the city.
Yep.
So it was very convenient, parking everywhere with lots of different modes of transportation that you can get there. It's actually a very convenient place to have an exhibition. The hall is a bit too small. It's a bit small. So yeah, that's the downside of that. DRT itself is actually an organization, organized a lot of dive exhibition within our region. It's not only Malaysia. They have also in Taiwan, which they actually recently finished, and then they were going to have another one at the Philippines.
Okay.
On the during September, I think. Usually, I think it's probably going to be held at SMX. It's near the Mall of Asia, I think.
Okay.
I've not been to DRT at Philippines, but I've been to the exhibitions hall over there.
So DRT is a company, is an event company that organizes dive show, so
Yes.
which is called the Dive Resort and Travel Exhibition. Where are they based? They are in Taiwan.
Chinese-based company.
Okay.
I believe they are from Taiwan.
Okay.
I think so.
They are big, in my opinion, because they have a lot of
Yeah.
expos running around. So as you said, they have one in Malaysia, Taiwan, Taiwan, Philippines, maybe in China as well. A couple if in China. Where else do they have?
Not mainly just around our region.
Okay.
I think they're gonna start another one at Mumbai soon.
Mumbai.
I saw their website
Okay.
that they are planning to do another one at Mumbai soon.
Alright.
India, so they're gonna tap
To
into the
cover
Indian market.
that region. That
I
area.
didn't even know that diving is actually big in India.
It is.
Or
yes,
is it maybe
yes.
because it's just recently starting? I'm not sure.
Mm.
But DRT, yes, as the name suggests, right, they do not only focus on diving itself, but also the resorts, the accommodations that divers will actually stay in. The next big one will probably the oldest and the biggest dive show in our region, in the Asia region, is ADEX.
ADEX, okay.
Yes.
Asian Dive Exhibition, short form ADEX.
Yes.
So ADEX is a Singapore-based company?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, okay, so we have one from China, maybe Taiwan. One is from Singapore.
Singapore, yes.
Did they not just had one in Sabah at the end of last year?
Yeah, so ADEX, I believe they are trying to expand their reach. Over the past few years, actually, they have been doing a lot of exhibitions at different places. So initially, they only started in Singapore. This year was their 30th anniversary.
Ooh.
So basically, they are the longest running, and I won't say the biggest, but they are the longest running exhibitions in the region of Asia.
Okay.
And it's pretty popular amongst the international exhibitors. They like to come to Singapore, maybe because Singapore itself is a regional hub, so which is why they attract a lot of international exhibitors over there. That being said, they will also have an upcoming ADEX show going to be in Beijing. And then also in October, we'll be in Japan.
Japan, is that the first time that they're doing it in Japan, or is this? Have they done?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Interesting.
I would like to go to the one at Japan to see what it's like.
More about going to Japan.
Wow, I mean both.
Both.
Because I'm actually interested to go diving at Japan. So recently, I think Okinawa is like a highlight dive destination over there. Water is actually quite clear, very clear. I've seen some videos which is they have very shallow depth, perfect visibility, blue, and I think the water itself, the temperature is not so bad too. Maybe around 21 to 25 ish Celsius. So it's quite diveable, and I mean it's not
that bad. Yeah,
comfortable.
It's cold, but it's okay.
It's comfortable.
So for the listeners out there, maybe whoever is interested in going to Japan, give a shout out to us, and maybe we can help plan one, and we can organize a trip, and we can all go together.
And also, I spoke to this person in ADEX.
Okay.
At ADEX that I met.
Expo,
so they were thinking about going to Okinawa. They told me that a lot of the dive centers there do not accept international divers.
Oh,
yes.
Interesting. Why?
I think mainly it's due to the language barrier. Okay. So it's a bit difficult for us to communicate with them. Most of the dive shops only take in Japanese divers. Out of all of the dive center over there, they only found one dive centers that is willing to accept international divers. She was telling me that they are pretty much booked throughout the whole year because they are the only one accepting tourists.
Okay.
International tourists into Okinawa. So it's the queue is quite long. It's quite interesting, it's like there's certain place that only accept I mean, I understand why they do it is because, as I said, communication. In diving, I mean, communication is very important to ensure the safety of everyone. I think maybe because of that, and knowing Japan being such a very safe and very secure country, they will probably do not want any accidents to happen in the place that they are doing, right? Coming up next will be our turn. MIDE.
Malaysian International Dive Exhibition. For short, it's MIDE. MIDE.
Yeah.
Okay.
It will be held on the 7th to the 9th of June. For sure, if you guys are going, me and Dicky will definitely be there.
We'll be there.
If you see us, give us
say
hi to us.
Chit chat with us.
Yeah, Dicky would like a hug if you want to hug him also.
Mr. Cuddles.
Yeah, Mr. Cuddles. Again. That's it. Yeah, give him a hug.
So it's interesting. There are so many event organizers or event companies that organizes dive exhibition. It's not just these three. There are quite a few more. I think maybe there are also maybe smaller, maybe bigger. It could be not directly diving, but it caters diving as well, like maybe Mata Fair. And there are other exhibitions that are around as solely for diving, or maybe incorporate diving as well. Like there was one in there were already twice this year, an outdoor expo or something that is held in Kelana Jaya, and diving was one of the...
I think I know which one you're talking about. Those are the outdoor activities expo. So I mean, diving is an outdoor thing, so there are a few dive centers that going there. But they are still like regional, like country-based event organizers like MIDE in Malaysia. Thailand have their own called TDEX. Thailand Dive Expo, which is going to be held in May, middle of May. I think 16th of May they're going to start.
Where is it?
Bangkok. It is at Bangkok.
Okay.
I have not been that one before, but I heard good things about TDEX.
Oh yeah. I've been to TDEX many years ago. I liked it.
Does most of them speak Thai, or do they have...
because Thailand...
Is language a problem?
No, not really.
Not really.
Because there are plenty of English-speaking people there as well. The dive operators, the establishments there are also mainly foreigners and so on. They are there. They open up dive centers and so on and so forth. So So they speak English, so it's international.
I think you're correct because Thailand is, their biggest GDP, it comes from tourism. So I reckon that there will be a lot of exhibitors in Thailand will be good in speaking English and wouldn't have any problem talking to anyone. Yeah, you're correct. There is one interesting dive expo that caught both of our eyes. That we are planning to go this year.
Hopefully this year. Yeah, we are planning.
We are planning to go this year.
Going.
The one that I'm referring to is Deep Indonesia.
Deep Indonesia in Jakarta.
We actually went to Indonesia to dive end of last year. We went for cave diving. Because of that, we're actually kind of motivated to check out the Indonesian dive scene.
Yeah.
See how is it like. Because the people that we met at Indonesia, all of them are so friendly, so helpful that, it really inspired us to meet more people, more divers from Indonesia.
Yeah.
So that one is end of May, I believe. It's held in Jakarta.
It's either 29th or the 30th of May.
Have you been to Deep Indonesia before?
No, I've not. I've not been to Deep Indonesia. So this is going to be my first time attending Deep Indonesia.
Oh, I'm getting excited, bro.
So it's a 4-day event, I think.
Oh, Thursday to Sunday.
30th to the 2nd, if I'm not mistaken. We'll check on
We should
details.
go. We should go.
And entrance fee?
I'm not sure about Deep Indonesia, but I think most of the dive shows will have an entrance fee. I think ADEX is $5 per entry. $5 per entry. Prior to the expo, they will give free entrance ticket if you register earlier.
Online,
and also if you are a dive pro, you get free entrance. Okay. There are also a few packages that you can take. If you buy their shirts, ADEX shirts that they have, you get free entrance. My first time to ADEX, actually, I bought the Tech Talk packages.
Okay.
So it's a bit different from the usual entrance package. This Tech Talk package allows me to go for tech diving seminars. So apart from going to the exhibitions and seeing the exhibitors and touring around the halls, I can go to technical diving seminars, which the usual normal people who are buying the $5 entry will not be able to have access to. But every single year, they kind of change their method and their operation. So it varies.
Yeah. Because certain years they have Tech Talk, certain years they don't have it.
This year they did have Tech Talk.
Yeah.
This year they were Tech Talk, but they're giving it out for free.
Okay.
So it's out in the open now.
Okay.
Maybe they're trying to go this route to give everyone a chance to actually listen to all the speakers. DRT wise also, I think you need to pay an entrance fee. Same goes for MIDE.
It's always a minimal fee lah.
Not that much.
It's not much of the 5-10 ringgit maybe.
Yeah, it's basically
that kind of stuff.
Basically $2-3 per entry.
For that you can be eligible to win prizes and gifts and so on, right? So,
I would say the money that you pay to enter the exhibitions, you probably gain more out of it.
For sure.
Apart from the exhibition that is held available here in Asia, there are also quite a few famous ones that scuba diver should check out. One that is a bit nearer to us is OSTEC in Australia. I've never been to OSTEC also. I think they're pretty big as well. And are they quite technical oriented?
I think OSTEC is mainly talking about technical diving.
I see. Interesting.
So the whole exhibition is mainly about tech stuff, technical diving stuff, right? Yeah, unlike the ones that we have here at ADEX, MIDE, or DRT. Although ADEX has got that tech talks and MIDE has got certain speakers talking about tech, but it's not the fully tech. From my understanding, OSTEC is mainly technical diving, so having twins, rebreathers, and all that kind of stuff.
And Dicky, I also come to know that you have been to DIMA.
Yes, so I've been to DIMA. So because back many years ago, I used to represent a company or multiple company as a reseller, distributor in Malaysia. We get to go to DIMA. DIMA is short for Diving Equipment Manufacturers
Association.
I have to check, but I think it's somewhere around there. So Diving Equipment Manufacturers something exhibition. Consumer will not be able to get into this expo, so the public will not be able to enter. It's only for businesses.
B2B, business to business.
Yeah.
How will one get invited to DIMA? Do you need to have a booth there in order to be invited?
No. So the manufacturers of the brand that you carry, if you're representing certain organization or branding, you will be invited by those people, by the manufacturers and so on, by that company.
Where is it usually held?
DIMA is purely in the US. It's either in Las Vegas or in Orlando, Florida.
Wow. Two of the places that I want to go.
Hopefully we get to go there someday. So I've been there and it's a huge exhibition. I can't finish it. I can't finish going through just to walk and glance. You won't be able to do it in a day or two. You need to take a couple of days. Fair bit, I think 3 days or so to finish the whole exhibition.
How many halls do they have?
Depends on the location. The ones that I've been was in Las Vegas. There was 2 floors, I think. And it's a huge exhibition hall. So many booths because, all of the diving equipment manufacturers are there. Resorts are there as well. Organizations is there. Plenty of things to look at. They have talks. They have product demonstration and that kind of stuff. I've attended one, if I'm not mistaken, in Brisbane. I think it's called Australia Dive Expo.
Brisbane.
It's also very huge. The ones that I've been was held in concurrent with boat show. So it was done at the marina. Really huge, really interesting. You see a lot. We are being exposed. All the normal divers out there are only exposed to common brands that are out there. I don't need to name them, right? But in these exhibitions, you will see plenty brands that you never heard of as well. Items that you never thought could be made or could be used for diving is there as well. The ones that is concurrent with the boat show is even bigger, showcasing boats and as well. And the boats that they put there are not just boats, they're boats specifically for diving. And not only 1 or 2 options, there's so many options. Mind-blowing. It's really mind-blowing.
Speaking about boat shows, right? I just recently found out that Düsseldorf, the boat,
Düsseldorf, yeah.
That is the biggest dive show in the world.
Yes. It's even bigger than DIMA, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I spoke to someone during a dive show that has been to Düsseldorf. It's a 2-week show.
Yeah.
My God, imagine if we worked there for 2 weeks standing at the booth. It's crazy. Yeah. But what really impressed me about Düsseldorf is the size of the show itself. I was told that they have basically 10 to 11 halls. Everything about scuba diving and boats and basically water-related sports.
Yeah.
One hall is so huge that you need to take a bus from one hall to get to the other
bus,
to the other hall, and they have 11 of those things.
Yeah, it's almost like a small town of dive exhibition. Yeah,
exactly. I think maybe that's why they need like 2 weeks in order for visitors to visit all the halls. They need 2 weeks of it. That is crazy. I don't know if I want to go or not.
This is why we are also sharing or talking about exhibition so that our listeners can maybe consider why is it important to have dive exhibition? Why are there so many dive expos? Why in Malaysia we have DRT, we have MIDE, we have Mata Fair, we have got ADEX nearby, we got TDEX, Deep Indonesia and so on, right?
What do we usually find in Dive Expo, right?
It's hard to say. From my experience, DIMA is different. The Australian dive show was different. You get something out of each of this exhibition. Some of us may say, it's the same thing. Because you go there, you see the same brand, same diving equipment, but not really.
I kind of understand what you're talking about. Yeah. Like as you said, some shows they focus on technical diving. Some shows they focus on resorts. Some shows they focus on conservations. Different shows with different objectives.
Certain shows they are only promoting, or maybe the exhibitors that participate in that exhibition are mainly dive centers, not equipment manufacturers. I have not seen a dive exhibition in our region that offers and then during that exhibition period, maybe equipment servicing, classes, or certain essential courses that will really benefit divers. And I've attended multiple dive courses during an exhibition which was in DIMA. So hyperbaric chamber, I did compressor, I did regulators, PCDs, I did it there at DIMA as well. It's different, So when people say, why do you want to go so far for an exhibition? We have 1 here or 2 here already. Well, there you go. The answer is it's different experience, different knowledge that you will gain because they offer different stuff
Let's talk about what we usually see in a dive show in our region.
in our region.
Usually there are two groups of people going to exhibitions, right? It's the consumer and also the service provider.
Yeah.
What is it for consumer? Why do consumer wants to go to dive show?
In many instances, people go to Dive Expo to see what they can buy, what offer they can get, what new technology in terms of what's the latest dive equipment that's available,
There are a lot of people who only dive once a year or twice a year, or sometimes maybe a bit more. A lot of them actually do not really follow the trend of scuba diving because everyone is busy doing work and all their own things, right? They are not really updated to the recent or the most up-to-date equipments and technology. It's a good place for them to go to check out this kind of stuff, the newest and the latest at dive shows, because the exhibitors will be there, the manufacturers will be there to showcase their best and their brightest, right? One thing that I would actually like to stress is that a lot of the exhibitions only allow licensed and registered exhibitors to go, businesses to attend the show. Consumer are pretty much safe.
Yeah.
When they buy things and they buy
Legit lah.
whether it's dive packages or dive equipment from the exhibitors, they are pretty much safe because most of them are actually registered businesses.
Yeah.
What they are doing there is definitely legit.
Legit, yeah.
There won't be any hanky-panky stuff going on in dive shows because most of them are already filtered by the event organizer. It's a safe place for people to trade.
Let me just give this story about my first exhibition. It was, I think, in the late 1990s. I wanted to do diving since my childhood. I only managed to get certified when I was in my final year of high school. I was in a boarding school. I came back. Coincidentally, there was the first DEMA show. That was the first DEMA show in Malaysia or in Asia maybe. And that was the first and only DEMA show. It was not so big. It was okay. I wanted to be certified. My parents said, no, that kind of stuff. So I come to know of this exhibition. It was held at Mines.
DEMA at Mines.
Told my mom I want to go and have a look, shopping whatsoever. But little that she know that I wanted to corner her into attending the exhibition. We went into the exhibition hall. The first booth that I come up to, I just put my name there, and then I told the people there that I'm very much interested in getting myself certified. My parents needs to be comfort lah, so to speak. That's how it began for me. So
you signed up your first course.
Yes.
First diving course in an exhibition. So did I.
Did you?
So did I.
Okay, so I guess dive exhibitions are not just for certified divers. And for people out there who wants to know more about the sport, who have no certification but want to know more, want to get more information, want to sign up for courses, want to get to know the instructor or the dive center personally, that is why you attend dive exhibition lah, in my opinion.
I actually got into scuba diving by accident.
Okay.
I don't know if I've told you this. Apart from diving, I'm in the travel industry.
Oh yeah, okay.
I attend a lot of travel shows and travel fairs. There was this one time where I was walking around a travel fair and I came across this dive center there. So that's where I signed up my first open water course. Okay. The dive. I didn't even know I wanted it. I didn't even know that I'm going to be so into scuba diving. I just saw it and then I just signed up for it. And the rest is just history.
Yeah. Now you are here doing podcasts.
Yeah. That was like 15 years ago.
Yeah. So other than that, consumers will go not only just to buy, to look at new products. Now you want to know where to go. So destinations that you want to go to. People have been saying, hey, this place is awesome, that place is awesome. So exhibitions could be a place where you can, get to know more about that particular dive site, dive location. And
sometimes a lot of the information that pass through in the scuba diving circle is just through word of mouth. This person has been to this place, that person has been to that place, and then they will tell you how is it like, right? I think it's a good practice to actually go and talk to the service provider themselves. So exhibition is a good place for you to actually meet the people who actually
Online
this
can
for a
only
living.
do so much, right?
Yes.
So finding information online can do so much. You want to have that
Face-to-face interaction.
You want to have the interaction.
Yeah, that's correct. Apart from the service providers, there are shows that even the manufacturers will go to, like you say, are not so much in our region, but there are still some manufacturers themselves coming over to our region to display their equipments. They are there solely just to display it. They don't sell it. So they put up all of their models and all the things that they manufacture just for the purpose of people to try it out and for people to touch and to see, to feel it. They do not sell it. If you want to buy from them, they will direct you to their distributor.
To their distributors.
They don't sell it
networks,
out. So basically they are protecting their distributor, of course, but they are still there just to display and to educate the consumer. I know people in our region, right? Dive Right, for the past few years, they go to Singapore. They come to Malaysia also. The Dive Right, the manufacturers.
To showcase their product.
I have met the owners of the, but
Lemar?
not Lemar Gerard, but sad to say he passed away a few weeks ago due to an accident in cave diving.
Cave diving, yeah.
It's quite sad to hear that he passed away, but
our deepest condolences to the family as well.
Yeah.
And to the entire diving community, Dive Right community as well.
Yes. Yep. Another active companies that move around Asia is Shearwater. Shearwater will always be at ADEX. They come to Malaysia as well, but they are pretty low key. They don't have their own booth. They are with someone else.
Yeah.
The regional manager and the regional sales manager, they are always there to provide all the information that you need and to display their latest products. The latest one they currently have is probably the Shearwater Turn, the dive watch that they are
smaller than the Terric, that one, yeah.
Yeah. Singapore Dive Fair will also have Gull.
Gull, Japan.
Gull manufacturer, they are there. Halcyon is there. Fourth Element is there. Not only that they come and display their equipments, right? Their founder, the people that is actually running the show of the company, are actually there to speak, to go on stage to talk about what they are passionate about too. You get to hear their story. And also, of course, they will give you like a thorough, very detailed explanation of how the products are come to be and what inspired them to make this kind of product, all these products. It's a pretty good exhibitions to go for people to learn more about the products that they like, to learn more about the brands that they like, to meet the people that is behind all these companies and the products. Talking to the designer of the products, you will get a lot more insight on the product that you have. You'll probably learn about the features that you don't even know about.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you buy some things, but
yeah, there are
you
things
don't use
that
all the functions, so you don't know how to do the functions.
There are things in diving that you think that it's just like for display or it's just for aesthetic, but they actually functional.
There's a function for it.
Just that a lot of people doesn't know how to use
when.
So these are the things that you can learn when you are at Dive Expo, speaking to the people who actually design the thing.
Yeah. The service provider at exhibition would always promote their courses there as well. What are the differences and why they are the best to offer that courses and that kind of stuff?
The educator, the instructors, and the associations are there. So if you are keen in doing scuba courses, it's the perfect place to be, to talk to the actual people who actually is going to train you.
Get to know the instructors who will be teaching you.
Yes. That is very important.
It's really important to know who will be teaching you, who will be bringing you underwater, who's going to guide you to get yourself certified.
You get a face-to-face explanation of how the course is run by the instructor, of what he expects you to do during the course. How can you get the best out of the course itself? Me and Dickie, we found our cave instructor during exhibitions. I mean, you know our story. If you not watch our How to Become a Cave Diver podcast, but that is how I met. That's how we met our cave instructor.
Yeah.
Exhibition is a good place to meet your instructors and ask them everything, all your concerns about your courses.
Yeah. As we go higher, the education, what we will be learning can be a bit more complex, can be a bit more serious.
Yes.
But if you don't find the instructor who has the most experience in that particular field, then you're not getting, you're not getting your money's worth. finding the correct instructor is essential. And how do you find them? Again, there's only so much that you can know from social
Online
media and website. Meeting the individual, talking to them, getting them to explain, you giving your questions, giving your concerns and all that kind of stuff. The next thing you know, the importance of driving, sometimes the instructor can be really knowledgeable, but he or she may not be a
Passionate.
good fit for you.
I don't know about you,
So-
Dicky, but when it comes to matters of importance, such as safety and thoroughness, I would actually prefer to speak to someone face to face.
Yeah,
So
same.
I can see their face expression. I want to feel how passionate they are and how motivated and how inspiring the instructors is, when it comes to what they do best.
Yeah,
I think that is very important.
it's important. Yeah,
Because there's so much you can interact with when someone online or texting, even like talking to them face to face in video, you don't really feel their energy. You can see their face, you can see their expression.
Word of mouth is you believing what people say.
You need
That's yeah. So
better to
but
find
that
out
helps
yourself.
to shortlist someone you would want to be doing your course with. And then it's really important to get to know the person. He or she needs to know you as well. So
yeah, and also a lot of the associations are there. You can go to their booth and ask them to recommend instructors to you. You can ask them to even recommend dive centers to you. You can ask them like which dive center do you recommend, which instructors do you recommend. The association will be a good place to start with.
Yeah.
There are other matters that you can consult the association when you are at the dive shows, like teaching standards, things like that. Maybe that's more for the instructors, I'm not sure. Consumer-wise, you can maybe complaints and feedbacks, perhaps. Huh?
You can do that as
You can
well.
talk to the association there. Basically, they are the one who is governing the dive industry, especially the education part. So it's a good place to be and learn more about the courses.
What else in terms of consumer and service
Manufacturers are there, the associations are there, which means you get a lot of free gifts.
Yeah. Stickers,
Oh, it depends.
keychains, bottles, anything you can think of.
Some exhibitions and some exhibitors are very generous.
Very generous.
I wouldn't say who and I wouldn't say where, but they are pretty generous in things. They will give you replacement part for free. They will give you vouchers for free. They also give
free
away
holidays, free courses.
Yes.
A lot. A lot. So yeah.
they do.
So,
And apart from those free gifts, also there are also a lot of lucky draws going on, a lot of contests going on. One of our acquaintance, actually not one, every single dive fair that I go to, I know someone that have won something. The recent one, ADEX, one of our friend won a trip to Fiji, all expense paid. She told me it's around $2,000. She needs to buy her own flight ticket there. She won it through a lucky draw.
Yeah. It could be you.
Yeah, we also have friends who won LOB trips. We have friends who won dive packages and also e-learnings. You learn e-learnings.
Education materials.
Education materials and courses from the association themselves also. A lot of things you get to, even if you don't buy things, actually you did. Once you enter the exhibition, the ticket that you bought usually enables you to enter into a lucky draw.
Contest. Yeah.
Yes, but you need to be there in order to win the contest.
Yeah.
I personally won something before, but I don't remember what it was. I think it's probably something small, which is why I don't remember it.
Probably.
But I did went upstage and I won something before. Maybe like a 3-day, 2-night dive, fun dive packages or something like that. I don't remember, but yeah.
You also get to meet the key players of the industry, networking,
Speaking of that, I was mentioning, right, there are also a lot of people doing talks there. So seminars is something that you should attend to talk about the latest and the newest research, equipments, teaching methodology, and also exploration, conservation activities, projects that are currently running in the dive industry. The key industry players will be at dive exhibition talking about what they are really passionate about. I am pretty proactive when it comes to this. Not only that I will go to listen to the people, the topic that I'm interested in, I actually interact with the speakers also. A lot of the speakers in Dive Expo, they are very friendly and
very friendly.
They are
divers like us.
They are very approachable also. In dive shows, the speakers usually after they speak, they will be all around the dive show.
The hall itself.
They probably have their own booth. They have their own brands or they have their own association, things like that. You can just go over there and just talk to them, take pictures with them, get signature, whatever you need from them, right? But they are very much approachable.
Very warm, very welcoming.
And they
like to share.
They would actually like you to approach them, to talk to them.
Yep.
Passion is one thing in scuba diving. It's really huge.
Divers are just passionate people. Passionate bunch of people. We like to share our experience.
People often ask me, Adam, why are you always in exhibition? Why do you always like to go to exhibition and work? This is only April. I've already worked at 3 exhibitions. I always tell them, this is the only time where I can talk about scuba diving without the feeling of without being guilty.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like oftentimes you go and meet a lot of people, you sit down together. Not everyone
wants to hear about diving.
Exactly. Not everyone is a scuba diver.
Yeah.
And you can't really talk about scuba diving that much. Yeah. People will ask you, how are you? And this and that. How's your diving? But I mean, probably just a few sentences. You can't really go in detail. But in dive exhibition, you can sit down with someone for hours and just talk non-stop about scuba diving.
True.
The best thing is what, Diki, is that they understand what you're talking about.
Because they're in it as well.
Yes. If you talk to someone that is not really into scuba diving, they don't understand. In dive shows, you talk to people, they can relate to what you're saying. And also they will provide you with a lot of valuable inputs as well.
Yeah.
This is what I like most about going to dive shows.
So other than that, what do you think consumer or people can benefit from attending an exhibition?
A lot of the people who goes to dive show, they treat it as a gathering among their friends. Like people they met from their LOB trips, people they met from their fun dive trip, or their course mates.
Yeah.
They might be from all around the country.
Yeah.
It's not frequent that they get to meet each other. So dive show,
that's a place where
it's a place where everyone can congregate and reconnect and meet back. I mean, apart from the exhibition itself, a lot of the consumers that go there, they make plans after the show. After they finish, they go out have dinner, they go out have drinks, they socialize among each other.
Yeah.
The show is not only for the main purpose. It's basically the whole weekend.
Hall, but it's outside the hall as well.
The whole weekend is everything for like-minded people to meet. And speaking of that, the second group of people that goes to dive exhibition is, of course, the service provider. The service provider goes there for various reasons.
One would be maybe to educate. Well, remember I became a distributor a while ago. Things like educate the public, educate the divers about the product that we have, the technology that we are, bringing up to the industry, and that kind of stuff. Of course, to promote ourselves, to promote the product that we have, the services that we have. The objective of attending a dive exhibition in a service provider point of perspective. And then that could be, networking. So like maybe instructors or dive centers who are in Malaysia wanting to purchase or buy services, people in outside of Malaysia and vice versa, that kind of stuff.
Not only that, I think you can meet people from around the world that you can find work opportunities.
True.
It's like if you are working in Malaysia right now as an instructor, you will meet people from other parts of the world. Let's say a dive operator in Maldives. I mean, during your off season in Malaysia, now you have contact, you have met the people in Maldives. You can actually go work in Maldives during your off season, and then continue back with your usual activity back in Malaysia, right? So there are a lot of working opportunities as well in the dive show. So people mingle around, they chat with each other. Not only work opportunities, I think there are a lot of other opportunities that happens, like maybe business to business. Dive centers, one supplies for their dive shops, like purchasing of equipments from the manufacturer themselves.
Service parts and products and
Sometimes in certain dive shows, right, there are actually interesting manufacturers that sells those things that even the manufacturers themselves don't produce. like those accessories,
Mm.
the small accessories.
Okay.
I'm talking about the specialized ones,
Okay.
like the things that you need to use for servicing,
All right. Okay. Tools and that kind
the
of stuff.
spare parts,
Okay.
all those things.
Okay.
A lot of the things, those you cannot even buy from the manufacturers, or the manufacturers actually do not want to sell them to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it. You understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They do not want to sell them to you because they do not want you to service it yourself.
Yourself, yeah.
But there are people over at the dive exhibition that actually sell those stuff.
Yeah.
There are manufacturers over there that actually sells the things that you cannot buy from the distributor themselves.
Yeah, you cannot buy it off the shelf.
Not only for the consumer, the dive shops, the dive people that in the industry also need those kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like the compressor, all the intricate, the small stuff. A lot of the place they don't sell or they run out of stock. Other people might have it.
Yeah.
So dive show is a good place to look for those kind of small things, specialized things.
Mm.
I personally bought some adapters. I can't even find it online anywhere, but they have it. I ordered it from them and then they send it over to me. At the exhibition, there are a lot of different types of exhibitors there. Basically, it's also a good place for the exhibitors themselves to look at the market trend, to see what is popular and what is not popular.
What's the need of the divers?
And also to scout out your competitors.
Yeah, what they have, what you don't have. That kind of
Yes,
stuff,
yes.
right?
Generally speaking, the dive industry is not really a very competitive industry compared to the other industry that I've been in or I'm exposed to. Dive industry is pretty friendly to each other.
It is, yeah. Dive businesses help each other.
Because a lot of people offering different things, or
Yeah.
they can be geographically different, they can be demographically different, price range different, a lot of different products. So most of us are not really direct competitors unless you are right next to me and then we're selling the same thing. But most of the time we are not. We sell different products and we want different customers. So it's a good place for the exhibitors to know what is the up and coming and how to plan their year ahead. The association themselves provides a lot of information. Usually, there are members forum going on before or after the dive shows.
After the dive,
Yeah, so the association will actually have meetings with their members, like the instructors, the dive centers, and the course directors, basically the dive pros. And will brief them. What is the upcoming trend? Is there any update in the teaching materials and the
teaching methods, issues,
standards and procedures and things like that, right? So it's also a good place for dive pros to be at, to get job opportunities, update themselves, buy things that they need to use for their work. Not only that, a lot of clubs are active during that time.
You mean dive clubs?
Yes, as I was saying, they will have meetup.
Yeah.
Some of the clubs are actually so established, they have their own gathering at night. They book up the whole restaurants or the whole place. They will have gatherings and they will invite speakers from the dive shows themselves to come and speak during that gathering.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty much a very social thing as well.
It is.
Other than transaction and economy purpose for the exhibition, it's a very social thing as well. You will need to be at the exhibition and you need to know the right people to get yourself invited into this kind of thing. Keep an eye on it. If you really want to get yourself involved and get yourself invited to these private events,
attend exhibitions.
Attend exhibitions, talk to people and get yourself invited.
Yeah.
You get a lot more out of those things also actually in compared to the things that you see in the exhibitions.
So Adam, we've talked about the exhibitions that are around us, but what do you think that you want to see being put up or being brought into future dive exhibition?
I think exhibitions should push a little bit more on education.
Workshops, you mean?
Yes, not only workshops, but education in general. Perhaps something that will allow consumer to interact with each other and with the dive pro. Because usually in dive show, we only hear speakers talking about their main topic of interest. Maybe we should allow consumer to do the same as well sometimes. Give like a platform for consumer to voice their needs, to voice what they're passionate about.
For me, I would really love to see workshops to be conducted at exhibitions. You get the mass there, right? You get service providers, brands who are exhibiting. It would be good to have workshops there. They get to learn maybe how to service regulator.
You know what? That is a great idea.
Maybe, maintaining a compressor. simple oil change, filter change, whatever, filling up a tank or that kind of stuff, because not everybody know how to do this. I would really love to see that in the exhibition, and by having that, it will make the exhibition a different league on its own.
It may be a good idea to have like a boat simulation where they teach you how to drive a boat.
Exactly.
That will be
you have this flight simulator. Why not boat, right? Get these people to come in and then do maybe Jabatan Laut can can look into that and maybe promote their courses, because they offer courses for people to get certified as a boat handler, boat captain, or that kind of stuff. So why not be at the exhibition? I'm also hoping that TDEX or maybe Deep Indonesia, anyone there, the dive organization or the exhibition organizer or the industry itself would cover more about cave diving.
Okay, TDEX cover more on mine diving because they're going big on mine diving
so
now.
I hope to see that and to get more information, to get to know who are the people who can offer courses, trips, on that kind of stuff, because I don't see it yet. It needs to be brought out there.
I think maybe a lot of people think that this is a very niche activity to be cave diving, mine diving, right? Which is why I actually want to talk to you about, the workshops, right? Actually, it's a very good idea. Like, you can conduct a workshop on teaching people how to lay lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That might interest people in going for cave diving. Laying lines, just like a half an hour workshop or a 1 hour workshop, telling people how we do it, how we cave dive, how do we do it safely, right? We cannot cover the whole thing, but just like a taste of how cave diving is like, that would be interesting. Like, as I said, laying line is one thing. Equipment demonstration. Most of the scuba divers nowadays are mostly recreational divers. They have no knowledge of technical diving equipments. So maybe it's a good idea to have some tech dive equipments over there to let them try it out and to see how it feels like, how heavy it is, how we set up our gears, our equipment, and why we do that, right? Good workshops for people who are keen or interested in doing this, but they have no knowledge. Because as far as I know, right, it's not easy to find information when it comes to tech diving on the internet. You get bits and bits here and there, but not everything. And also, not all of the information that is being presented to you are actually accurate. Maybe during the Dive Expo, as you said, workshop is a good place where the instructor themselves come and do the workshop for you.
Yeah.
The main thing about the workshop is not only to show you how to do it. The consumer itself will be hands-on doing it themselves.
Yes, hands-on. Yes.
That is the most important thing, I think, is to be hands-on doing that thing themselves instead of just seeing it from the seat. Yeah, correct. That is very important. The workshop
is only going to benefit the industry.
The main thing is to do whatever it takes to promote the industry, I would think. Dive show is supposed to be something that is very educational and very motivating. Maybe, the association should actually providing all the divers, the standard, the SOP of everything. Usually this kind of information are only presented to the instructors. A lot of the consumers, a lot of the certified divers do not actually know all these things. This is the place where they should actually talk about this with the divers, to educate them, just to know that they are actually more behind what they have been taught, right? How and why is actually very important. You and me, both of us are tech divers. The skills that we learn, the instructors actually tell us why we need to do this, how we do it correctly. But in recreational terms, a lot of the times, I don't think this is presented to them, right? Maybe a lot more information regarding the courses.
Maybe some instructors do, but
not all.
Yeah.
You only have so much time, so you cannot teach everything. You cannot teach more.
Yeah. There we go with our topic about exhibition. As always, if there are questions, if you think that we have not covered certain questions, certain topic about this particular session tonight, reach out to us and tell us what are the things that we need to elaborate else about the exhibition or on any of our previous podcasts.
Once again, Sky, I would like to remind you that we will be at Deep Indonesia end of May, and we'll definitely be at MIDE on the 7, 8, 9 of June. So come say hi to us. Let's have a chat. We'll see you there.
Selamat Hari Raya to everyone. We thank you for the support. We'll be getting a lot of support from you guys, feedbacks from everybody, comments and all that kind of stuff. Keep that coming, keep that going. As Adam said, if you see us anywhere at the exhibition, in the island, anywhere, car wash, having a meal maybe, wherever, just come and say hi to us. We want to engage with each and every one of you if that's possible.
But for the next few podcasts, right, we would actually like to invite guests to come and talk to us.
Yes.
So if you are keen and you feel like you want to come and present your ideas, come here and have a chat with us. Please do contact us. We are so happy that we're going to have you here in our podcast.
Yeah.
Don't be shy. Okay, guys, come message us.
So
Let's have a chat.
That will be all for today on
Hey,
this
guys.
podcast until we do the next one.
Selamat Hari Raya.
Selamat Hari Raya.
Maybe see you.
We'll see you again.
Bye.
Bye-bye.